What's up everyone, Denver here, bringing you another Let's Play video. I am bringing you Cities Skylines for the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to show you how to get your town started. It's not difficult. This is a fun game. It can be challenging when things start to get hectic and you're running low on money and stuff like that, but it's a great game. So I'm going to start from scratch here. So you get to name your city. So I'm gonna real quick name this Denver's Islands. Okay. And for this purpose, since this is basically just a tutorial on how to, I'm gonna do unlimited money. It does disable trophies when you do that, but right now I'm not gonna unlock all the milestones. It's actually better to unlock them slowly so your city actually builds properly. So I'm just going to show you how to get a city started real quick. I discovered this game, I don't know, a few days ago, and it's actually been a really fun game. Okay, so this is typically, no matter what map you start on, you're going to get something like this. You're going to have... This is what you have to work with. Now, you'll be able to unlock a lot more land. All this land you see, you'll be able to unlock a lot of it as you progress further. But right now, that square is what you have to work with. And the first thing you want to do is take a look at your water supply. Because one of the first things you want to do is set up your water lines, and you have to be careful when you set them up because your sewage can flow downstream and contaminate your drinking water if you have them in bad places. So for this scenario, I'm gonna zoom in here, coming off the highway. And we're just going to build some roads here just to get started. And then that's going to be it for now. Because now you want to come over here. And down here, let's say right here, we're going to put in our drain lines, water drain pipes. So this is where sewage will flow out, and over here we want to put down somewhere around here fresh water taken in, and then you want to simply connect the lines together, and now you have drainage in, fresh water in, drainage out, and just start getting your water lines going. They're underground, so you can't see them. So next thing they need power in order to run. So next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to build a road going down here, about here, over like this, over like this. And this isn't exact, but it's close enough. And you are going to put in a power plant. Then you can put in power lines. Like that. And as long as it's within that square there, you'll see the electric signs disappear in a second, and it's going to say that they have power. There you go. See, they have power now. So if you inspect them, you'll see they're operating normally. Now, you also want to... You don't want to build... You want to... I put that over there for a reason, because you can see it creates pollution, and you don't want your cities to be around pollution, which is why I put it way down there. So come back, get your road. Connect it like that. You're going to do low density residential zone. And you're going to start building your first neighborhood. And then I'm going to make sure I have water lines. Running through here. That's good enough to get started. So you can see this whole area now has water lines running. And you can see right now they're starting to build. We are going to fast forward time here. Just hold down the left thumbstick and you can see now it has 3 arrows. Bottom left hand corner there has 3 hours. We're fast forwarding time here. And you can see they're going to be calling for power. Also, real quick, this is where, next to all this is where I do my industrial zone. Start here. Like that. And keep it away from where people are going to be living. So, you have several options here for power. You can run these power cables like so. You could do this. Connect it here. Go here. Come on. And then you can run them straight down. Right to the end. And you can see now you can have, because you can build right in front of here still. Like you could build, like I'll probably build a few shops here. And they'll have power, and then buildings that are next to each other will have power. Or what you can do is that you can have a wind turbine, which is what I usually like to do. You find a place right in the middle of the neighborhood, and you can place one here. But you can see it's not necessary at the moment because these power lines here are enough. Once it hits one house and houses are close together, it'll bounce off each house and they'll have power. But if you don't want to run the cable lines, which a lot of times I don't want to, because this causes pollution, and the cable lines can be a pain sometimes to connect throughout when you're doing the whole city. I usually like to use wind turbines and just place them like that, and you can see the area that it affects, and a lot of things can get electricity that way. But anyway, you can see people are moving in. I now have 86 people living here. I've built a small neighborhood. There is now shops. That's an ice cream shop, as you can see, coming up. I do have nothing's being built in the commercial zone yet, but I do have a running water, running sewage, and you can see this is kind of gross, but here is your sewage. And you want to make sure eventually when you get enough people, that sewage is going to start flowing. You want to make sure it doesn't contaminate with your drinking water, or you will get your entire city sick. And I've done that before. So we would just continue. Attach another road. Trying to get it straight. There we go. This is a little crooked, but for these purposes, it don't really matter. I'm kind of a perfectionist. And go ahead and build some more houses. Like so. And again, we'll fast forward time here. You can see it's becoming nighttime. More houses are building. We have, it looks like it's a food store, a marketplace. This looks like a Chinese restaurant. So we have a Chinese restaurant, a food store, and an ice cream place. And now you can see my commercial zones building. Here's another commercial place right here, which will employ people. So the commercial zoning is building, the neighborhoods are building, and the businesses are building. And all of these people have power just from running the power lines straight down the edge of the map. Now eventually you can buy that piece of ground over there, and what you'd simply do is just build a street right on the other side of these power lines so that they too will have power, all from the same power line, so you're not running power lines over the city and making it look crappy. There's someone coming home. Look at a family going home. Of course, I'm doing this in fast forward, but so everything is running smoothly. 304 population. Now, a good thing to do is you have to hit milestones. So when you have milestones on, as you unlock milestones, you'll be able to unlock garbage collection, hospitals and clinics, fire stations, police departments, schools, buses and trains and cabs, decorations, unique buildings and monuments. But you have to hit population milestones to unlock them. Like I said, I didn't do unlimited milestones. You can do that, but it presents its own set of problems as well. But you can see, I'm going to slow it down. My town is starting to take off rather nicely. You can click on any car or any person and see where they're going, what they're doing, where they work. So he works at the ice cube factory. So there's the buildings, so you can see all my industrial, how fast my industrial area is taking off. Doing pretty well. Now you can see it creates pollution, which is why I'm keeping it over here. Now, is this going the wrong way? I have to see. If this is going the wrong way, then I will just swap my drinking water and my sewage. Because you want your sewage to flow away from your drinking water. Last city I built, the sewage flowed that way, which is why I did it this way, but it might look like right at the moment that it's flowing. Can't tell yet. So, worst case scenario, if it's flowing towards the drinking water, you just destroy this and swap them. You put the drinking water here and the sewage here, if that's the case. But you can see, better than that, you can see my industry is growing. My shops are growing. My neighborhood is growing. Everybody has power. Everybody has electricity. Everybody is happy. There's 251 jobs available. There's 165 people working. There's still a few homes that are still being built. Yep. So the neighborhood is still growing. So just in what, a few minutes that I've shown you, we've now have a happy little town developing here. And what you want to do is take a look at your pollution. And you can see that's way over there, so I can still go like this. Let me see. I should have done that before. I just got rid of that house, but I should have done this before. Go like this. Go like this. Migrate to about here. Go like this here. And build another neighborhood. Like that. And because the houses are so close together, the houses that are built here, the electricity will come from them. And again, you won't have to have any more power lines. So all these houses are being fed right from these power lines here. And then you can create anything, any kind you want. You can take the street, go like this here, go down about here, and then go straight up here to here. And again, just like that. Create more neighborhood. And again, I don't want to go too much further down because you don't want the pollution to start affecting the residents. So that's about as further as down as I can want to go. And I'm sorry for the sniffling. I'm starting to get a cold or something here. But you can see the industrial zone is doing well. I'll give it a... do that. Our shops are doing well. There's another business building there. So let's go ahead and fast forward time. What is this now? This looks like some kind of burger joint, big bite burger joint. Alright, so here's your first milestone. This is what I wanted to get to. It offers you... now you can build more things. And so the first thing is... want to come down here. Probably right here. And you want to put in your industrial zone, since it's already polluted, you know, put in a landfill. No, let me slow down time. Put in a landfill, and you see all these garbage trucks are coming out. They're gonna go collect the garbage. Also, now that you have this, you want to come over here Let's say... Let me take a look. Yeah, I did that. All the way down to here. Okay, so that's where I have my shops end, right here. So that's good. So you want to go ahead and put in a nice little elementary school. You can unlock high schools and universities later, but you have to hit population. See, it says reach population of 6,500. So you can't unlock those things till you get a lot more people. However, you can also put in a clinic in case people get sick. You can see you're making your people happy. So now I have a little clinic. Again, you can unlock hospitals and cemeteries and crematoriums all later. As your population grows, you unlock so much more buildings. You can unlock trains and buses and taxis, all kinds of stuff as your population grows. But right now, we have a thriving population. We have commercial industry doing well. We have a clinic and an elementary school. Pennies. Our shops are building up nicely. Our neighborhoods are building up nicely. No one needs electricity. All again coming from just these power lines because the buildings are attached to or close enough to each other. They're giving each other electricity. We have 480 people in our little town so far, and everybody is happy. Let's fast forward time. Now, until you can unlock firehouses and police stations, there will be no fires or crime. It's only after those things become available that you start having those problems. So as soon as they become available, you need to put in a fire station and a police station, a firehouse and a police station, before crime and fires become a problem. So as soon as things come available, you want to at least get one of them in somewhere. Like I said, I did that immediately as soon as the trash became available. As soon as this trash site became available, the landfill, you want to do that immediately, or you'll start getting trash icons above everybody's house complaining that their trash isn't being picked up. But you won't get that until the landfill's available. And here's a little aerial view. Nice commercial zone going. Shops going, house going. You don't want to build too many shops. You don't want to build too much industry or too many shops and not enough neighborhoods, or places will start hiring, complaining if they don't have enough employees. Then they'll get enough employees, they'll shut down, and you'll have abandoned buildings in your city. So you want to take things slow. Let's see how my houses are coming up. Okay, you still have all this to work with. Look at that square. You're gonna lock like 5 more squares, so you can have like probably up to 1 million people in your city. And eventually you'll get skyscrapers and airports and all kinds of stuff, which I'm not going to go through all of that in this video. I'm just giving you the basics on how to get started here. And we reached our first milestone. Our city is thriving. And I think this is going to be a good place to end it. So this is my first Let's Play with City Skylines. It's a relaxing, fun game that I think you guys, if you guys are fans of simulators, I think you'll really enjoy this. You get to do pretty much whatever you want. It's a lot of fun, it's relaxing, and it's cool to see your town go from 0 population to as big as you can make it. You can see the ambulance here. So I put up my clinic. So they're responding to our call at the coal power plant. Somebody's hurt at the coal power plant. So they are responding to a call. See, he's going in. Medical people are heading in. And you can see they're bringing out a stretcher. And they're going to take him back to the clinic. Hope he's okay. And now he's going to turn around, go right through that car. And it's going to head back to the clinic. And then real quick, I want to make sure my views... Okay, so I'm going to have to swap, and here's a prime example. Okay, so in this case, I didn't realize it, and you can see the arrows, I didn't realize it. So I'm actually glad this happened. So eventually, my sewage is going to contaminate my drinking water, so here's what you do. You hit square to bring up a bulldozer. So temporarily, we don't have water, but all you do is... Pumping water station. And then put your drainage in down here. You have to pay attention to those arrows for the water flow, which is something I didn't do when I first started. And then there's that. See, everybody's saying, "Way, we need water." And there we go. And those icons will start disappearing, just like that. So now there's our sewage and our healthy drinking water. And you'll see now, with those arrows, you'll see the sewage, eventually it will start flowing downstream that way. And it will stay away from the healthy drinking water so nobody gets sick. Alright, so you want to pay attention to those arrows. I'm glad I actually screwed that up so you got to see that. So square anytime you want to bulldoze anything. And then from here you can build... Go around like this. Now, normally I'd be a little more neater if I was making this a permanent town. But you can go down like right here, come up, connect to this road, put a road here, connect to this road, and then to start putting in more neighborhoods. And again, look at your views and make sure that your pollution is intact, which is nowhere near these neighborhoods, so they'll be perfectly fine. Now you can see they're already starting to build. So 102 people. See, that's why I'm not building any more shops or any more commercial right now, because there's still 102 jobs available. See, and they're workers there. So you want to make sure that you don't have people complaining for workers and then have abandoned buildings and all that. You want to make sure your population is growing first. Which it is. Nice little town so far. Of course, I'm crooked and uneven, but that's okay. This is just for tutorial purposes. And in my real towns, I'm so precise with my roads, so I would never... Yeah, my OCD won't let me build crooked things like this. But... Alright, folks, so I just wanted to give you just a brief introduction to City Skylines. There's a regular edition and a premium edition available on the PS4 now. This is the regular edition. I didn't buy the DLC or anything because I didn't know if I was going to like it. For you guys that like winter, there is available where, like, I guess it's always winter, where you have you live in a cold area, and you can have snow. You have your whole town's covered in snow, which probably looks kind of pretty. I might actually get that one. And then you have to worry about snow removal and stuff. So that's going to be it for this video, folks, and an introduction to City Skylines. And I mean, you can see the amount of hours you can put into this, because again, you can unlock. Let's take a look. Eventually, there'll be like 5 more squares here that you can unlock. That's how you get up to like 1 million people. And trying to control 1 million people, I'm sure, is extremely difficult. I'm not at 1 million in my other cities, and it's already difficult. So I just had another milestone of 800. And here's your fire department and your police department. And stuff like that. So that's what we'll do real quick before I end this video. So now you want to put in the firehouse and the police department right away. Because you will start having fires now and having burglaries and stuff like that, and you want to get that in right away. You unlock the Statue of Liberty here. It's a huge monument that just brings in tourists, which you want to do eventually, but that's not something you need to do right away. I'm using unlimited money for this tutorial, but if you had limited money, you wouldn't be doing that for a while. However, pretty much everything else you would have done what I've done so far, even if you were doing the limited money one. This is pretty much what you'd have still at this point. If you were struggling with money, you could get loans that pay back, and again, you have to hit milestones. So you gotta reach a population of 17,000 to get the big loans. And you can adjust your budget for all these things, and you can also do policies. So now I'm gonna have everybody install energy meters in their buildings. I'm gonna have everybody installing water meters and smoke detectors in their homes to make them safe. And that helps cut down on fires, cuts down on water usage and power usage, is what that does. So then when you go to the infill or your city views, you'll see your policies on the right hand corner there, what you have implemented. And here's all the tweets people are putting out. So Denver's Islands is growing. And again, even all the way down here, no need for additional electricity. It's all running off these, as long as the houses are close enough together to pick up the electricity. So no need to have power lines running all over your neighborhood unnecessarily. And again, if you're in a spot where you can't make that happen, then you can just do a wind turbine. And again, place it, anywhere, and you can see the radius which it will cover for electricity. But that's not even necessary at this point either. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys liked this first initial Let's Play. I hope you found it informative. If you like these type of games, I suggest you check it out. My buildings are leveling up, which is good. And my tiny town we started with, which was nothing, is now becoming a pretty thriving population here. So that's going to be it for this, guys. What do you guys think about this? You can leave in the comments below if you like these type of games, if you tried it out. And I hope you really did enjoy this. I'll be bringing you a Let's Play on Dead Rising 4 coming up. It's actually downloading right now. I'm waiting for it to download, but it's really late at night here, so I probably won't do that till tomorrow sometime. But I just want to, guys, bring you another quick Let's Play on City Skylines. Really enjoyable, relaxing, pretty cool title for the PlayStation Store. So, alright, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.